Good morning, sunshines. Happy Saturday. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with sunshiny faces, and this is the way to start a new day. I woke up late. I was up late last night watching Crazy Love and Corn and all of that, and fell asleep late. And I am ready for a new day. I also uploaded a longer than normal video last night on the Scientology crimes, and that was kind of fun. Good morning, Scientology up north. Hi, T. I know he looks very serious in that photo, right? That is Miriam Francis's new Substack. I did a video on Scientology crimes yesterday, introducing her Substack. And this is her new one about Serge. Anxious to read her Substack every day. Good morning, Joe. Good afternoon, Joe. We got a little bit of snow last night, you guys, just a couple of inches. But it was so cute. My grandbabies down near Brian, they got dumped on snow, so they made snow angels. They sent me pictures yesterday. It was so cute. Snow angels and snowmen. Good morning, Cajun Juju. Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't know if you all get Tony Ortega's, and he's got controversy. Don't we all have controversy? But I get his Substack every day, and it's nice getting something about the movement every day. Whether it's just some history, and Tony Ortega goes back years. He's got some good history in there. I end up using his quite often to find information. It is amazing. Here, I'll put a link in here for Miriam's. You're right. I agree. Sometimes it's not. Is that even going to go through? Yes, it is. And I don't agree with everything he writes. That's for sure. But, so did you guys have a chance to look at that child bride case? Oh my gosh, the more I read it, the more pissed off I got. Good morning, Kirby's mom. Good afternoon, Kirby's mom. I just can't believe how much Graham Barry has put into writing that we need to get on the record. Well, I posted it on Scientology Crimes, but it was the child bride case that they've been protesting. And I put a link to.
Good evening.
In the description, I put a link to the case itself. And I read through a lot of it. It wasn't long. But it's so icky. It is so horrific. It's just disgustingly gross. But so much of it is what all of these cases that we read through and we look at. Hey, good morning, Indigo. We look at those cases and then they end up settling or it goes to arbitration. So nothing gets on the books. Hey, good morning, Minnie. Yeah, this has got to get on the books, you guys. Not, nah. Well, mainly because David Miscavige is named personally. This is the child bride case, and it's still current, and it is it's the one where she was born and raised in Scientology. She's a Jane Doe. It's Jane Doe versus Gavin Potter. And it's against Church of Scientology, Gavin Potter, David Miscavige. He was deposed, so he has to show up, and they consider him served. So if he doesn't show up for the trial, he will be served a warrant. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't. I mean, I'm sure a payout would be huge on this. But for the sake of taking Scientology down, this is huge. Good morning, Stylotic. Good morning, Irish Mart. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to have a warrant out for him? Wonder if he'll take over the ship? Yeah, right. You know, and Gavin Potter is still listed as a resident of the Blue. If you look up his name, he's still a resident there. Shake my ever-loving head. Oh no, T, I'm sorry. That was me yesterday. Me and the Lou were besties yesterday. That's why I kept having to get offline. I hope you feel better, T, and I hope your toothache goes away. Yeah, but they haven't, Scientology. Of course, he's been named in the suit, and this is the suit that they tried to push back to arbitration, and they played with the judge. Thank you, Indigo. Yeah, it's half, I'm sure, of what I've eaten, and the other half, I think there's a virus going around. It's spreading around the whole world, I think. Some norovirus. Indigo, you're down in Chicago area, right? I was just going to look up the meetings for this week coming up. So that was a link for that one. The one thing we found out on the class action is that a class action has to be certified. Hey, Style, you're down there too. Good morning, Brian. It has to be certified class action. Good morning, Adrian. Good afternoon, Adrian. Let me look up, because this is kind of important. Let me see. Tri-City Clerk. There are 2 meetings this week. Next City Council meeting, Wednesday, January 15th. So, tomorrow, Monday, then there's a meeting on the 16th too, which I believe is the public safety meeting. So there's 2 meetings coming up this week. Here's the public comment process. Correct. The 15th is the city council, and then the 16th, I believe, is public safety. Audit thinks it's a good idea. And I don't know if YRB, I haven't talked to YRB, but Audit thinks it's a good idea. So in order to speak Wednesday on the 15th at City Council, you have to sign up Monday. It's a whole process, but you have to sign up 2 days in advance. Yeah, I was on for a lot of your live yesterday. I just couldn't talk because I had other things going on too, but I was in there, Minnie. So the PR battle is huge in Chicago. This is one way. And if you sign up Tuesday, they will call you to let you know whether or not you're going to speak. That way you can take time on Wednesday if you need to take your lunch that time, or if you need to take a few minutes out to be near your phone. That way you can be ready. And you call in. It is. It's a complicated, convoluted mess, Brian. But it is what it is. Good morning, Leanne. But at least you know whether or not you're going to speak doing it this way. Because if you don't get a call back and you don't get all the codes, you can't call in for the meeting. You can listen to it, but you can't speak. So if you know you're going to be a speaker, you know you can set that time aside. That's one good thing. Unlike convoluted and complicated, oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, I'm being nice. But again, at least you know. Like on the stupid LAPD commission meeting, sometimes you get picked, sometimes you don't. That's infuriating. So Scientology up north. So on Monday's meeting, maybe let's all do like, because it's only a minute, say I want to have a moment of silence for the death of my First Amendment rights or something like that. Hmm. Style audit, most of them, who had it? Was it PTS for Life? Had a good list of them. I think it was PTS for Life. Let me see if he still has it up. Sketchy Jeff. He changed his name. Art and Adventure. Um, he used to. I don't know if he still does. You just want to look through here. This is his new channel. I don't know if he has. Oh, that's a good idea, Scientology up north. They may skip once they hear it's just silent, but you'd have to say something like, I want my full minute of silence. My comments will be a full minute of silence or something like that. Yeah, exactly, Adrian. That's what I was just saying. Good morning, Peter Anderson. I don't know if it would work, but it would show a solidarity of rebellion. We'll let everybody say good morning to our Peter Anderson. Yep, that's a good idea. Just email him. Email PTS. Uh-oh. My phone is ringing. We'll ignore it. Yep, I'm definitely late with my coffee this morning, but it sure tastes good. Yeah, it is. You know, and they get paid a hell of a lot of money to be incompetent. It's ridiculous. And you know, I don't know that it would work. I don't know how well it would work. It's just a point of rebellion. That's all. And if we're all in solidarity about it. Uh-oh, Leanne. No skipping and sliding, but how about slipping and sliding? No slipping and sliding to town. Good morning, Nisa. They listen to Scientology, but they don't listen to other people or other victims. There are good police officers that do their job and arrest them. I've seen it. Those are, I do believe there are good police officers. There has to be. Yeah, that would be good too. There's no list because you haven't done jack crap. Yeah, yeah, I don't think there should be a script for it. I think we should all do it in our own way. But yeah, I think it'll show solidarity, and we need to find 10 people so that way we take up all 10 minutes. Yep, make a big production of it. That's right. Hi, Joe. I thought I saw you earlier. I thought of all of us just not showing up to comment, like have nobody there to comment. But yeah, that was a horrendous one. She just stood there and she let her staffer take it. To have some type of public empathy, even if she would have said, "Look, I'm on my way. I'll be there as soon as I can. I see what's going on. I see you." That's all she would have had to say. And instead, she stood there silent like she was the victim. Yeah, there's a lot of tell-all stuff. Yep. The Brown Act uses the term reasonable on limiting public comment, which is ambiguous. Yes, it is. And you sent me that lawsuit which explained it. Good morning, Jeannie. We were talking about Karen Bass style. She was, there was an interviewer, there was a press that caught her getting off a plane or getting on a plane, and her staffer was there, and she was acting like she was the victim, like, and she was on her way home, I guess, after the fires. But instead of just addressing it, saying, "Hey, whoa, I'm on my way, stop," she acted like she was the victim. She wouldn't say a word. And the staffer kept standing in the way of the press person and telling him to get out of the way. I would, here, let me find that clip. You're right, he did. Streets definitely called it out. Um, Is this it?
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up? I appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
That's the one that that we're talking about. Because she doesn't even mumble, "I'm sorry," or "leave me alone," or nothing. She completely just goes quiet. Well, I'm hoping everybody that you know and love is safe, Style Audit. I know, right? Not even a no comment. You know, I texted a little bit with Audit last night, and she was going to a friend's house, so they got another evacuation notice that was incorrect. Yeah, what I heard about that, and I know Audit said something about it last night too. Was that MD Media that had that on there? MD Media 18. Yeah, that was MD.
In half a mile, use the second from the right lane to turn right onto...
Yeah, I'm gonna Luke.
Come over, come have some fun.
You don't even have fun about here. Sad.
Yeah, you guys can go back and watch it. That was apparently, now this is what I heard, allegedly. They had people that were there setting up the donations and the evacuation, and they were doing all of this, collecting everything, food and clothes and all of that. And Scientology came in, the volunteer ministers came in, called the police and had them removed and took over the operation. That's what supposedly happened. I haven't had a chance to finish watching it, but apparently that's what Audit said happened. Like they're the big bad people and they are responsible for it. And so under threat of arrest, they were told to leave, and then they weren't supposed to take all of their goods. They had to leave the goods there. T has a shorter clip of the volunteer ministers. Okay. Let me go to Miss T. Our beautiful tea. Beautiful and intelligent.
To the farts. they ended up in the racetrack at Santa Alita. Yeah, I think. Anyway, so and all three of those locations, the volunteer ministers have turned up. I don't know at which point, but something happened where they were taking some of the donations and putting it at their own location and trying to sort of privatize it. And the LAPD weren't letting people go in. And I think some of the guys that ended up at the racetrack wanted to, go in there and give out their donations or whatever, and they were turned away. And I showed it in one of my earlier videos.
This is me shaking my head too.
Yeah, and then actually Marissa Nichols, who is a Scientologist, and I actually used to watch her and Tim Ballard. I didn't know that she was a Scientologist at that point, with all the human trafficking stuff and undercovering all of that. And she went undercover apparently, and helped him take down like a pedo ring and stuff. So her post, that she got called out for it and deleted the post straight away. I've tried to find it. If anyone has it or has seen it anywhere, let me know. But yeah, I've totally lost my way. I hate not having the sound. Why? I don't understand. Let me see.
What? Who's? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look how young that boy was.
Him. So this lady here with the blonde hair and this guy. Oh yeah, this is the clip. Yeah, so totally a photo opportunity. Did they? Oh, they just did it, didn't they? While I was yapping. Is that
who? I know
pose.
that lady. Who's that lady? What's her name? She was the older lady.
You know?
She was the older lady at the Winter Wonderland. Isn't that one of the angry elf ladies? Wasn't she the angry elf? Yep, the lady from the parade. Yep. Did we ever identify who she was? Yeah, I thought I recognized her, yep. Yeah, she was Angry Elf. I'd love to see what her name is, to see if she's listed on any of those residences. I know you guys don't have the list, but I have a list of residences, of people that have residences. Because I'm good like that. Somebody gave me a list of everybody that's registered to these addresses. Yeah, she does look like Angry Elf. She still looks like an Angry Elf even without her Angry Elf costume. Who, quite a few of these things that I've been researching and looking into has, you know what I see a lot of? And I'm not body shaming, because believe me, I see a lot of overly thin girls, overly thin women. I'm wondering if eating disorders are a big deal in the Sea Org. Just a thought. Yeah, she was the one standing in front of the sign. She was. That was Angry Elf. Yeah, I agree with that, Indigo Insights. There's a lot of thin people. Yeah, too much work, not time to eat. Yeah, I've known so many people with anorexia nervosa or bulimia. I'm kind of wondering if that part goes in with it. I just noticed that a lot of people are way thin. Just the thought just ran through my head. Yeah, too much calories out rather than calories in. And good morning, Twyla. Yeah. Yeah, being on your feet 18 hours a day definitely doesn't help. And not having proper nutrition bringing it back in. Yeah, just something, as I said, just kind of popped through my head. Yeah, and needing to look good and not having the proper nutrition. And I think the self-esteem probably plays a huge role. Yeah, just something to think about, I guess. Alrighty, Minnie. Hey, the next person on my list of people that I wanted to do a story about was Kyle Brennan. And if I remember right, a lot of people knew Kyle Brennan, but was that Nora that knew him really well, or Lara? Do you guys remember who was talking about him so much? Depression with no desire to eat, anxiety with too anxious to eat. Yeah, I know, Adrian. I know, and I've heard Liz talk about because she was deprived of the proper nutrition in food that she now hoards food. That's so common. That's very common. And I know I've heard Lara say the same thing, that she'll go out to eat and order one of everything because she can. And I'm not laughing at her. I'm just saying that's typical of somebody that's had food anxiety issues. I know a lot of people with food anxiety issues. But you still see the evidence of people so thin. It's every once in a great while you see somebody that's overweight, but not very often. Yeah. Yep, definitely inadequate. You're so very right, Joe. Johnny Cash did? I know my grandma did. My grandma, because she was through the Depression, and my grandma hoarded shit. Um, yeah. And we all know that food anxiety and food related issues is more of a control factor rather than an eating or a hungry factor. It's a control thing. And so psychoanalysis is maybe they can't control their own lives, so they control their body by what they eat. I don't know. Okay, more psychobabble. It was just an observation. Where was I just gonna go? Um, oh, yep. And we know eating disorders, that's what it's all about, is control. That's okay, Minnie. No problems. Glad you're back. I did want to. Kyle Brennan, Scientology. Ooh, there's a whole website on it. Aw, look how cute. Look at those big ol' eyes. Oh, how adorable. Oh, goodness. Uh-oh. Down a demon hole. Oh, there's a whole site on this. Here, if anybody else wants to. Oh my goodness, I did not know this existed. Good morning, Rona. That's a great idea, Indigo. Yeah, I know that it's a tragic loss, and I just can't remember what it was all about. I'm gonna go back and read this. Don't know if I have the stomach for it today. Indigo, that's a wonderful idea. Maybe some power bars, or if I remember right, though, that they could get power bars, like granola bars, stuff like that, down in the cafeteria. Yep. Good morning, Sue. Yep. And personal hygiene. Yeah. You're right, Indigo. And so let me bring up that list, you guys, of where is it at? Okay, so bringing up my list of Liz Gale's list. You know, I loved how MD Media was doing that. He was handing out stuff too. So when you look at this list, I started on column 2 or row 2, and it goes down to 167. So let's say 165. And then there was 30, so 169 to 214. 45. 36%. Almost 37% of all of the people are rest in peace. 30%, 37%. Well, I know my numbers are off, and it's, that wouldn't be it. It would be less than that. It would be, let's try putting a, oh goodness sake. 210 divided by 45 would not be 46%. Okay, my numbers are off, but you know what I'm talking about. If you had 200 people and 45 of them were unalived, that's a big percentage. Have I seen T's banner that they created? Mm-mm. Is it the one about all the rest in peace people off that list? Yeah, it is. It is heartbreaking. So 45 out of 210 would be, half would be 105, so like 25%. That's a huge statistic. They were in one of those studies that they had done saying that, which with the MIT students that unalived themselves or tragically died, and they were saying 15% was huge. This is up to 25%. That's huge. Good morning, Mandy Me. 25% of the population, 1 out of every 4 persons in that community, in that population, when you just put it down to numbers, that's incredibly heartbreaking. Good morning, Kathy. And then, of all the people that said they tried, they attempted, or felt they had suicidal ideation, that almost goes up to like 80-90%. And I'm just guessing that it could be 100%, right? Well, thank you, Brian. It's 21% still high enough, man. That's it's ridiculously high. And then if you look at the ideation and the attempts, an ungodly statistic. Right, Adrian, and those are just the people we know about. Yep. In every single one of those statistics, there's a name behind it. Yep. Yep, there's a pain. You know, I know Nora said she struggled with suicidal ideation all those years until she got the shots. Liz Ferris tried. Well, Nora tried also. Liz tried. Lara tried. Serge tried. I mean, it's almost like every single one. I mean, that should be on the news right there. Sue, exactly. One thing I've learned, statistics seems rare or comforting until you are one of them. I know. Yep, Liz Gale did too. Good morning, Traveltology. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Indigo, and I'm glad you didn't. And being a person with a disability, especially those that have become like quadriplegic and people that are paralyzed, sometimes you feel that way. Would I be better off not here? Sometimes you feel that way. I've never really answered that question in the negative because I'm just not that type of person, but I've thought about the question. Sue, yeah, you're right. Rare odds didn't make it any easier. You're right. Every statistic has a name behind it. Every single one. Yeah, he was really young when he attempted it, like 8 or 9 years old. Lots of hugs to you, Sue, and Indigo. Aw, Minnie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Minnie. I didn't know that. It wasn't my place to know that, but I'm sorry. But you know what? I'm so glad you're here today. I'm so glad. Yeah, you're right, Sue. Miriam, thank you for saying that, but you know, most people that I know that attempted suicide, attempted unaliving themselves, weren't looking to die. They were looking to quit the pain. Yeah, they wanted change. They wanted the pain that they were dealing with to end, or the pain they thought they were causing to end. They don't want death. And the same message to you, Minnie. I agree. Thank you, Kathy, and big hugs to everybody. Yep. Wow, wow, you guys are just so incredibly important in my life. They're exactly, Indigo. It's exactly. When you get the tools, it helps. What's my mantra? Every breath you take, you have a chance to change. Ah, Cajun, I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad you're here. You're right, Brian. Yeah, that's to bring that back around, Indigo, you're exactly right. Yeah. Lots of hugs today, you guys. Yeah. Well, the problem is that they can't go get, almost every single story is identical. So and so Liz, so and so Kathy, so and so Mona had a mental health depression breakdown, class 3, whatever they want to call it. I can't remember what they call it, the outtake 3, uh, and didn't get help and wasn't provided the help, wasn't even offered the option of going to do that. Ah, Joe, I'm so sorry. He, I know what you're dealing with, Joe. Good- Perfect, Minnie. Because others have felt it too. We're all we're all worth it. The one thing that I had read was their Technique 88 was if they drop the body, then they can just come back as a different person. They Scientologists believe that. Wow, really? Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Mersey Dotes. Yeah, the bullying, I think a lot of it is because it's so easy to do online now and through social media that it's like it's almost okay to do the bullying in person now. Joe, we have a lot in common on that end of it. Way more than you can think of. Way more. I would love to talk to you about that personally. Yeah. That's excellent that you have coping skills. And we're offered coping skills. Yep. You have to have coping skills. I would love to, Joe. Email me so that way we can get in contact together. There's some parts of my story that I don't want to put out onto the web, but I would love to talk to you about that. I know, right, Adrian? I was last night I was watching a live. I think I was watching Minnie's live. I was texting Audit. I was on the phone with a family member. And then my grandbabies FaceTimed me, all while I was watching something else on a Zoom. And I'm like, damn, I remember when AOL first came out with the chat rooms. Remember the message boards? And I used to be so proud of myself that I could actually be on one message board at just one message board, and I could actually keep up with the chat. And now look at how technology is just kaboomed. That is funny. AOL Instant Messenger. Yeah, I remember AIM. I forgot that's what it was called. That's crazy. Remember you could go into different rooms of different topics? You've got mail. Yeah, I remember that. Crazy. Right, Amy? And get ready for a live stream and get ready to do comments. Uh, it's amazing what our brains have now been it's now normal. It's just crazy that that's normal. Uh-oh, did I miss Miriam's comment? Oh my goodness. That's what they said to Samuel in the Sea Org, that he could just kill himself and come back as a woman so he wouldn't be gay anymore. Whoa. Cajun, can I ask you a question? Can you bring yourself back into a different state? And that may not be being asking it right, and I don't mean to be insensitive whatsoever. I just don't know. Hey, Helleborg. And I promise I wasn't asking out of insensitivity. I'm asking because I just don't know. And if you would rather just email me, we could talk in person. That would be rather. That's okay too. Yeah, the Church of Scientology, Cult of Scientology likes to offboard people before they become issues. They don't want people to be liabilities. What did they call them? Illegal pre-clears. Illegal PCs is what they call them. Yeah, well, in one of the previous videos that I did, I had found the Technique 88 instructions that they talk about unaliving yourself. It's over on the Scientology crimes one. It was Bouck, B-O-U-C-K video. Baby frogs. Ooh, baby frogs. That sounds way more exciting. I like me some baby frogs. Let's go back to the channel. Christy Boak was where I found she was incentivized to kill herself by the cult. Is anybody going to be going live later today on here? How big are your baby frogs? Kathy, I like your emojis. Those are cute. I can't do emojis on this OBS. I guess I could copy and paste. Nope, I can't copy and paste. Everybody gets a froggy. And that's, I know that you have baby frogs in your kitties, Minnie, but having somebody or something to take care of other than yourself is huge in a healing process. It really is. And I think that's why all of us really, thank you, Cajun. Thank you for answering that. That's funny, Joe. Yep. Our animals, things that we love, things that we take care of, keep us grounded. Ooh. All right. Spilling some tea, Miriam. Spilling some tea. We're looking forward to that. Good morning, hippie chick. Yep, we're looking forward to that, Miriam. And we saw your live last night too. Was it last night? Yeah. We Scientology up north. Had hers last night. And
So,
Miriam,
you
you
want to
were
learn how to code?
you were
Well, check out
just so
Codecademy.
nervous.
It's the easiest place to learn how to code
And
with
we
tons of
just
features to
think
help
you
you
are
land the
like,
career that.
look how beautiful and smart and intelligent you are. And we were all there for you, waiting for you to just discuss whatever you had on your mind. And we were there for you. Oh, Peter says in the I know. Yep, you did great, Miriam. Yep, so much love, so much beauty, so much compassion, so much intelligence. Because I try and teach my grandbabies it's not just about beauty, it's about intelligence. It's about compassion, it's about empathy. It's about wanting to do the right thing. Yep, beautiful skin and all. And you're probably feeling really uncomfortable that we're saying all of that. I'm sorry that you're feeling uncomfortable about it, but it's the truth. Peter, you're cracking me up. Peter, you're cracking me up. Peter says, I don't think he could have found Denmark on a world map. Yep. You tell them you're finished when people ask how you look so young. Yep, we're looking forward to the next one. Miriam, what is that picture of? See the person? It's the green faced person behind you. What is that a picture of? A painting picture? Yeah, me too, Cajun. Yeah, but he could have lived there during one of his past lives. But I won't. Not a chance. Yeah, it always catches my eye too. What is it? Is it Fluffer? Oh, it's a gift I got from my cousin. It's a copy of a painting by Boy George. Oh. Well, I was guessing Fluffer too. That was a good guess, Peter. It could be Fluffer. Wow. Okay. Miriam is an inspiration to me too. Yep, that's very cool. I didn't guess. Boy George was not on my bingo card for what's behind Miriam. But now that you say it, I got it. I'm getting it. Very cool. So we're looking forward to that. We need to find out who Angry Elf is. Laura had a quick update. Oh, she was, Liz Ferris was on with her last night. I don't know who Yasmin is. Then we had T. Haggis Basher was live last night. Haggis went out last night. I did not know that.
To the pub. It was nice out, and we leave the pub, and we have a little bit of a snowstorm. We got some police situations over in the back end here. Somebody in a high-priced car
beautiful
getting
and intelligent
shit.
haggis.
But this is the
And sometimes spicy. Sometimes our haggis gets spicy. We love our spicy haggis. Oh, she was doing it at the Sacramento org? Oh, very nice. Haggis is our spicy, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks, I'm just gonna say it, gal. And we love her for it. Yeah. That's I completely respect that. Yeah, I love her Scottish accent too. The one that was behind Doug Kramer. Here, I'm going to show you my. No, I'll take a picture of it later. I'm not going to go run in there right now. It's cold. I'm cold. I needed to turn the heat up and I haven't. My brain's going a million miles an hour here. I cannot understand. She's definitely has an accent. It's hard for me to understand her sometimes. That's funny, Miriam. And I think it's going to be a long couple of months here because I'm ready for spring already. Okay, so we're waiting for Miriam's to come out. And it's too cold to be running around doing out in front of any of the other orgs. And Haggis was the Big Lebowski. Wasn't that a movie? Love to you too, Cajun. Good luck on your research. And I hope you find what you are looking for. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Ooh, who's that, Amy? Love to you too, Minnie. Have a wonderful day. Take care of your babies. Amy, what's the true crime channel? I'll bring it up. Oh, goodness. I'm going to wait for you to answer before I change that. Oh, Ichtmel. Okay. Excuse me. I see Ichtmel. That's right. Here, somebody can go through. I don't know which one that is. I don't have the patience right now. Looters dressed as firefighters. That's just wrong. Scroll down to the one live with Scientology in the title. Okay. I must be missing it. You're going to text it to me, aren't you? Okay. Let me go back up. It was the very first one.
Wix. One platform, any website. Unlimited creation.
Go. Look at that.
Ooh,
Oh, whoa. Wow.
that was cool.
Look at that. Holy moly.
The retardant coming out.
States, right? And also, we really think about these victims.
Victimized again by fraud or like insurers that are coming to them right now and trying to make a.
You call my office for God's sakes. I'll flush it out for you. But please do not fall for these scams. And you call my office for God's sakes. For that question.
That will conclude our press conference. Anyone that
you see the devastation in their faces, it's real.
But you're giving people a little bit of a reason to smile after very, very tough days.
I feel like that's a big part of what I do anyway, because it's so gratifying to make somebody happy, you know, and it's kindness is free. It doesn't cost anything to care.
What do you think this is about California?
We're strong. Southern Cali, we don't play. When it's time to come together, we get real and we get it done.
You sure do, and this is proof of it, isn't it?
This is all possible thanks to TikTok and the loyal followers we have. They support us every day when we go live.
Yep, I think so too.
TikTok has changed my life, and I'm sure it's changed a lot of other people.
How many followers do you have?
About 314,000.
Impressive.
Yeah, I'm very, very grateful for everything.
What do you want to say to the public? What do you think they need to know about giving, about taking?
Stay kind. It doesn't hurt to care and, you know, love everybody and hug your loved ones as much as possible.
Do you feel like Christopher or Chris?
Do it again. The good thing about the people over here, we work way faster than the fires out there. So let's work as fast as we can to get everything out of here over to the Santa Anita racetracks. I'm going there right now. I'll be the point of contact over there. You'll see me. I promise you, you'll find me. Okay?
All right, guys.
Pardon me, sir. What's your name? My name is Alan.
What's your last name?
G. I want to be on the camera.
All this time, that's not what she's been saying. Even though maybe she actually had when she wrote the stuff when they defunded them and all that. But on stage with.
I know Audit was talking about the fire chief from the Mexican market where Danny found them selling Dianetics. He was purported to be the organizer. I don't think so. That doesn't look like him. In fact, I don't think that was the volunteer ministers. I think that was the people that were getting kicked out. I'm going to have to go back and just watch the whole thing. I'll go back and go through Kelly's because she probably commented more on it. Yeah, if anybody wants to go and comment on the stream, that would be a good thing. I think I will too, after I see and get all my ducks in a row. on what was going on. Thank you, Amy, for bringing that. That's okay. I'm going to go back through and watch it. That'll give me something to do while I'm in doing Fluff and Buff today. Something to watch. Right at the end of Kelly's live. Okay. Well, here, I'll just bring Kelly's up. The Intuitive Inquirer. Intuitive Inquirer. In this one.
Okay, I'm live. Hi. Nobody's here. It's crazy. The movement's over. This is not being streamed. I'm talking to myself. I can't see you. I can't see me. I can't see the chat. Alleged.
Well, here's hers, and if you want to go back and watch hers also, that'll be a good good. I'm glad your friends are safe. That's the most important piece, Indigo. There's Kelly's. And I have to tell you, I actually love watching Kelly. We couldn't be totally different on the spectrum of some things, but she owns her spazziness, and I love it. She just owns it. And she doesn't pretend to be organized, but she's a lot more organized than what she thinks. She has a beautiful heart. That's for sure. I like people with beautiful hearts. Okay, Mr. Snorri Pants here. Here. Can you guys see Mr. Snorri Pants? Grizzy. Grizzy. Grizz. Grizzy says hi. Good morning, buddy. You're just a sleepy boy. Okay, Grizzy says bye. Yeah, I think it's pivoting. I don't think the movement's dead. I think it's pivoting and it's evolving. That's all. Maybe the movement in the way it was 6 months ago is different, but I certainly don't think it's dead. Morphing is probably a better word. Oh, does she? Okay. Yeah, I do. I just think it's just evolving and morphing. It's going to... Yeah, she is spicy, isn't she? She can be spicy. Okay, buddy. Okay, you guys, fluff and buff time. I think I'm going to go and enjoy, go grab a shower, get the stink off me, and enjoy my morning. I will catch you guys all on a live in a little bit. I've got lots of information to be looking at today. And much love to all of you. I'm going to go enjoy some sunshine.